All right, we're live. Hey, Prince, what's up?
Hello, guys. All good, all good.
All good.
Back with a new episode and try to help our users with some more questions and if they're stuck somewhere,
Absolutely. And
with some tech updates.
yeah, and I can see like a lot of questions already in the chat. Why don't we go ahead and like and explain what we're doing here and yeah, the
Um,
context.
Yep. So, guys, we are from Ledger's customer support team and we are here for 1 hour and we're going to take your questions live. So, what you can do is just put your question in the chat and then one of us will pick it one by one and answer them in live. And if we are not able to answer some questions, we might be able to ask you to open a support case with us and then just drop the case number so that we can follow up with you after the live chat. And yeah, so if you have any questions about crypto, ledger, NFTs, you can drop it down and we'll try to help you as much as we can.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start. The first question is from Nightmare. And so Nightmare says that unfortunately he lost quite a lot of money from his ledger 5 days ago. No one from ledger support contacted me. I look forward to this chat. Hopefully get some closure. Yeah, and I think he's confused. His friend said it the same way as someone breaking your window and stealing your stuff. Yeah, so sorry to hear what happened, Nightmare. It's I know it's really tough when something like this happened. Most likely, what happened is you probably typed your recovery phrase into a scam website. So again, guys, I know we sound like broken records, but if you type your 24-word secret recovery phrase into any website, or if you take a picture of it and someone has access to your phone, or there's a malware on your computer or phone that has access to your phone gallery or anything like that, then the hacker will be able to access your funds. They don't even need your device. So there's really two ways to get hacked that way. Is either you give someone your device plus the PIN code and then they'll be able to access your account, or you type your recovery phrase somewhere safe or into a fake app or things like that. But that being said, Nightmare, so sorry, really sorry to hear that happened to you. If you do have a pending case with us, it seems like you do have a support ticket pending. So if you could drop the case ID number in the chat, so we'll take a look and we'll do everything we can to help you out of the situation here. Starting with confirming if that was indeed the case that the funds are gone, because that might also be just some sync issue with Ledger Live, and so the funds are still there, but like for some reason you're not able to see them in the app.
Next is August. I think it's Robert Whitman. Had issues with money taken from Nanois yesterday. Of course, chat was available and no response to emails I sent through support yesterday immediately after it happened. So again, Robert, if you have opened up a support case with us, you can just drop the case number in the chat, and then we'll pick it up after the live session, and we'll follow it up with you. Don't worry. So we'll help you investigate what happens and how you might have lost your funds.
Okay. And so the live chat is available. Do you know when exactly live chat is available as far
So
as
it's available
support?
from 9 a.m. to I think it's a different time zone. So I think I'll just check it properly and.
Okay. Yeah, it depends, right? We've got different shifts.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so great. So the next question is from Agostino Serra, who's a regular on the ZMAs. So he's saying, "Hey guys, can I connect my Ledger Nano S Plus to Trust Wallet via Binance Smart Chain?" So I think the answer is yes, but you can only do it on the Trust Wallet extension, the browser extension. So that would work on a computer, but unfortunately that doesn't work as far as the mobile app is concerned. So in this case, you will have to either use a desktop plus the Trust Wallet extension or some other way to connect to Binance Smart Chain, like MetaMask is probably the most obvious, but something like Tallyho as well is pretty good. We have some documentation in the Help Center, but also it's also on desktop. So yeah, I don't know if Prince, you have any other tips for that.
Oh, Binance Smart Chain. There's also, yeah, I think, did you say Binance Smart Chain wallet?
Yep, Binance Smart Chain. Yeah. So
Yep.
besides
Yeah, I think
this,
that's,
yeah, sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
beside that, maybe, yeah, maybe you can use Tahoe as well because Tahoe supports BNB as well. So,
Yeah, Tahoe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's called Tahoe, no, not Tally-Ho. I keep calling it Tally-Ho.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So yeah. So Agostino, yeah. I'll drop this link into the chat, and so you can have a look at Tahoe and connect your Ledger device to it and to the Binance Smart Chain, and let us know how it
Yep.
goes.
Next is Pankaj. He's saying, "Hey team, how many wallets can I create with one ledger by using different passphrases? Like one with same passphrase, second with l- lonely, third with link." Okay, so yeah, there is no limit on how many accounts you can create with any passphrase. Like if there are like 10 different passphrases, you can create like an infinite amount of addresses with each passphrase. And but just remember to store them properly, and also make sure to verify it and attach a different pin to it so you don't mess it up. And also for passphrase, you can only attach one pin at one point in time. So if you are attaching like multiple passphrases, then you have to like keep on recovering each passphrase, like setting it up again and again and again to access different accounts. And also make sure to rename your accounts in Ledger Live, which is linked to different passphrases, so you don't mix them, and or you might lose access to your funds. Like the funds will still be there, but if there's the passphrase which was used to create that account is not inside the Ledger device, then you will not be able to sign the transactions basically.
Okay, very good. So the next question. Wait, I'm a little lost here. So that was Agostino, Nightmare, and
Yeah, this one is
Pankaj
again
Kumar.
Agostino.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh no, sorry. There is a question before that. I think Jemani Maras Hollington is asking
Mm,
when VET, so VeChain, and AVAX, so Avalanche. So
mhm,
Jemani, so VeChain and AVAX are both supported in the sense that you can download a VeChain and Avalanche app into your device to create Ledger accounts. The issue is that VeChain is not supporting Ledger Live, so you'll have to use a third-party app to act as an interface for your device. But those accounts will inherit the security of your ledger, of course, because the private keys will be in your ledger. So one such app for VeChain will be Sync2, and so I'll drop the link in the chat for you so you can create your account safely. When it comes to AVAX, there is actually a way to create a C-Chain account in Ledger Live, but you'll have to, so it's a little hidden, so you can't create an account by clicking the accounts tab, add account. It doesn't work like that. You'll have to go into My Ledger, then you'll have to install the AVAX app onto your device. And in My Ledger, there will be, once you finish installing the app, there will be a little link that appears that says Add Account. You click on this, and then you'll be redirected to the Account tab. Then you'll be able to finish the procedure and add your account. I know it's a little convoluted. I don't know. I really don't know why it's the case. I'll also drop some documentation for you so you can create this account as well. Do you know,
yep.
Prince, why like it's so complicated to create an Avalanche account?
Actually, yeah, I think because our team is integrating, also working on integrating Xchain and Pchain in Ledger Live. So
Hmm.
once both all these two chains are ready, I think then they'll add the option to address all the different chains. So I think that's what they're waiting for it.
Okay, got it.
Next is Agostino. Hi, Pringle and Dan. Is it possible to create a recurring purchase plan for an asset directly to the ledger, NanoS Plus? Basically, DCA directly to NanoS Plus. Cheers. So I don't think there is any DApp inside Ledger Live direct for now that allows you to set up the DCA automatic purchases. But we can escalate this feedback to our dev team, and then maybe in future we can integrate a DApp that can be used to for this purpose, basically.
But I think there is one for BTC, right? I keep forgetting its name, but I think it's called Stack Sats or something like that. In the
SatStack,
Discover
yeah.
Sat Stacks, yeah, in the Discover section. But I think that's the only option, right? It's like you can DCA Bitcoin, but nothing else.
Yep, it's taken sat,
Sticky
yeah.
Sats, yeah. We might have
So
some
yeah, it's only for
documentation.
Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
we
for
have a
Bitcoin. Yeah.
article, I guess.
I think it was cool when we were doing those Happy Buy days as well. Those were like good times for DCing as well.
Exactly. Like yeah, entire month you can just buy it on every Thursday. So yeah, something like that would have worked.
Okay. All right. So next question was Ceasley Snipes. asking when stacks. And that's a good question. So again, we can't promise any deadlines or ETA. What I can say is like the teams are working very, very hard to ship the stacks as soon as possible. I've also ordered a stack, so I'm also waiting for mine. Prince, that might be your case as well.
Yep.
So we're all in the same boat here, just waiting for the hardware team to finish the product. That being said, you probably got an email with updates from Ian Rogers a month prior, I think. So just keep monitoring your inbox for updates. This is where we are going to communicate with you guys, and we'll let you know when your stock is going to be shipped and in which batch it's going to be included.
Mhm. Next is Base Cadet. Any updates for Firefox MetaMask ledger compatibility issues since the recent Firefox update? So yeah, there's been two issues actually. The first one is the new update it's called U2F112 for Firefox that has broken the compatibility between Ledger and the MetaMask. So there was an workaround to solve this, but then now there's another issue, which is also on Chrome browsers where some users are not able to connect their Ledger device to MetaMask and facing connection issues. So we have a help center article that if you want to solve the Firefox issue, you can try to troubleshoot it while the steps mentioned over there. And if it still doesn't work, then you might have to use a different browser altogether.
Yeah, I'll drop the Firefox article that you mentioned, Prince, in the chat for the user. You can use Tahoe, right, for
Yep.
instead of MetaMask. Any other suggestion besides Tahoe?
Or you can use Rabi or Tahoe or MyEther wallet or Coinbase wallet or Trust wallet to use, and you can manage it basically.
There's so many options out there. I think people just really like MetaMask because it's got a lot of features, and there's Ledger
Yep.
extensions as well if you have an NanoX
And an iPhone or an iMac.
and an iPhone. Yeah. Okay, next question from Vedran 1304. Hello, I have Ledger Nano S, but I want to buy and use the Nano X. So what can I do? How will my Ledger Live app look after that? So it will not look anything different. So Ledger Live, you don't have to change anything in Ledger Live. You'll just get a new device. So you'll get, for example, a Nano X. And the only thing you'll have to do is grab the recovery phrase that your Nano X generated. So let's say that's your Nano S, right, with its recovery phrase. You'll take the recovery phrase and you'll put the recovery phrase into your Nano X, and then you'll be able to connect your Nano X to the exact same accounts in Ledger Live. You don't have anything to do. By the way, we do have a replacement program for people that want to upgrade from Nano S to Nano X or Nano S Plus. So if you want to get a hold of us at support.ledger.com, you can submit a ticket, and then we can fix you up with some discount code. Just make sure to mention my name or Pringel's name, and then we'll give you a discount code so you can upgrade. And you can
Hmm.
even keep the device, right? Yeah, just keep it as a backup device, and be happy using the new device with you.
Yep. Next is Luffy. How many Ledger Nano X Ape coin for giveaway? So there's no giveaway that I'm aware about, but we just have recently launched the new Ledger Quest with Ape community. So if you're talking about that, then yeah, I think they're just a free proof of knowledge NFTs that you'll get via Polygon network to your Polygon account. So yeah, if you're talking about that, then I think there's no number because it's just a proof of knowledge NFTs. Yes.
Okay, good. So then we've got Nightmare following up, like sharing his case ID number. So Nightmare, thanks for the case ID. We'll definitely take a look. Just give us some time because this is the end of the day for us. So I'll get back to you probably tomorrow morning, okay, with an email, and we'll see what we can do for you. And again, like we feel your pain. It's we see those stories pretty often, unfortunately. So it's heartbreaking, but we'll try our best to help you out.
Yep. Next is Noor. My ledger got hacked and lost some bitcoins. Already contacted support. We did not give any info or recovery phrase or nothing. So yeah, again, there can be multiple reasons for loss of funds, Noor. So you can do one thing, Nora. You can drop the case number on the chat, and then we'll pick it up after the session and get back to you and help you investigate what exactly went wrong.
Hmm. But generally, I think it's always good to remind people like generally the two main ways you can get like three main ways you can get hacked, so to speak, but like compromise your wallet is by if you give someone your device or PIN, or like they have access to your device and PIN, then they'll be able to have access to your account. The second one, the most common, is misplacing your recovery phrase or typing your recovery phrase into a fake app, or like giving it to a scammer. There is a lot of scammers, especially on social media, that will pause as a fake Ledger employees or fake Ledger account, fake Ledger support accounts. So
Hmm.
those, they will try to get your recovery phrase from you and trick you into sharing your phrase. I think the third one would be, of course, like if you have permissions on if you give permission, like if you allow a malicious smart contract to have permission of one of your accounts, and then they'll drain your accounts. That's also something we've seen a lot, especially in NFT land. Something that happens a lot.
Yep. So basically, yeah, like usually the scams, like ledgers have not been hacked until now. Like our team keeps on trying to, like hack our own devices, but nothing is possible until now. The only way users can lose their funds is by either giving away the seed phrase as Dan told, or giving away the pin code. But sometimes it's also possible that like you thinking that you're interacting with a legit support account, or maybe a fake email was sent to you. There are a lot of possibilities, right? So like we'll help you investigate, of course, and then we can help you let you know like how you might have lost your funds. But yeah, that's the only thing we can do here in this case.
I think this morning you saw like a MetaMask. You received like a scam MetaMask
Hmm.
email, right? Can you share?
Yep. Yeah, so I received this scammy looking MetaMask email, and then it asked me to like update something on my MetaMask. And then once
Mm-hmm.
I clicked the link, it went to a MetaMask looking kind of a website, and then it just just spun for around like it was synchronizing or something, and then it just like asked for my seed phrase. That's it.
There you go. Yeah. This is the kind of stuff we're dealing with, like, and the whole
Hmm.
community by us, like, it's like us at support, but also the whole community is like there is a scam issue in crypto. Not to sugarcoat it. Okay. So next question. So guys, again, be safe. Don't share your 24 recovery phrase with anyone. Like anyone asking for it is just trying to scam you. Next question is from Gigi. Hey, when Dead Fellas edition release? Can't wait to claim mine. Yeah, I heard we are nearing the point where those devices will be released soon. I think. I know it's been a
Yep.
long time, but it's actually coming soon, right?
Yep. So there is going to be some communication coming scheduled for next week. So stay tuned. Yeah.
Okay, really cool. And you can get you can still get an NFT for a Ledger Dead Fella device as well on OpenSea.
Yep. Or Rarible.
Yep.
Next is Andrew. The recent firmware update of my for my Nano X erased the passwords in Password Manager. Is this a normal behavior? Any way to recover? So Password Manager.
Maybe the
I
Ledger
don't know.
Live. Maybe the Ledger Live password, or like the pin,
Yeah, I think
the device reset, possibly.
yeah. So there can be two things that can happen during a firmware update. It's like first your app might get reset, or the Ledger device might get reset. So yeah, you just have to restore it with the 24-word seed phrase and set up the pin again. And if it's a Ledger Live that has got reset, then you just have to connect your Ledger device to the app and just add the accounts manually again to recover them.
Okay.
If that's what you're referring to, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a loss of fun situation. I think it sounds
Yeah.
pretty normal. Although it doesn't happen every single time, of course, but nothing to worry about here. Next question is from Dean Dean. Would the receiving address in Ledger Live always be the same? And do I need to be at a computer to receive? Um, so no, you don't need to be at a computer to receive. As long as the person has your receiving address, then they'll be able to send you crypto whenever they want. You don't need to plug your Ledger device into your computer to receive it, or to be at your computer to receive the funds. The first question, the address will not necessarily be the same. It depends on the blockchain. So what we call EVM blockchains, the copies of Ethereum. So Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, AVAX, like those blockchains, they will give you always the same address unless you create a separate account that has its own address. But when it comes
Mhm.
to UTXO-based blockchains like Bitcoin, Cardano, Litecoin, Zcash, and those blockchains, then they will automatically give you like your account will automatically give you a new address after each successful deposit, which is normal, and it's a privacy feature, so it's actually good this way. But you can also use previously used address, although we don't recommend it. Like the best practice is just to click the receive button and create a new address and send to that address.
Yes. Next is Nightmare. It's annoying to be able to see the accounts they went to. One major question I have formatted all my PC. Am I at least safe now? I mean, all my crypto is gone, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose. So yeah, if you have formatted for your computer for any viruses, so that way you'll be, of course, secured. But if you want to use your device again, you can actually do it. You can just reset it 3 times. Like you can reset it to the factory settings by entering three wrong pin codes, and then you can set it up with a new 24-word seed phrase, and you can keep using it again, like if you want to use it. So it's not that your device is like compromised or hacked or something. It's just that the private keys, the 24-word seed phrase, was exposed, and that's is why the funds got compromised.
And Nightmare, I'm going to drop a tutorial in the chat for you where you can learn how to create a new recovery phrase and go back to safety. And also, like you'll need, as Prince was saying, you'll need to remove the compromised accounts from Ledger Live so you don't accidentally send funds to those accounts.
Yep. And Robert has also dropped his case ID. So yeah, we'll get back to you, Robert. Thank you for that. And Agostino is saying, "You guys rock." Thank you. And next is Michelangelo. How does Gala going to be to affect tokens held on Ledger? So basically, guys, you don't have to do anything for the new Gala token. If you have Gala token version 1 right now, you'll be just airdropped the new tokens on your Ethereum address. Just make sure to remove your Gala tokens out of any liquidity pools or smart contracts, because if they are in that, those tokens cannot be airdropped. So before the snapshot, and the snapshot is going to be happening on 15th of May. So yeah, just make sure to remove all your Gala and like store it in a personal wallet. And soon there are going to be like a lot of exchanges that's going to start supporting on the V2 tokens. So yeah, as a user, you don't have to do anything. Just make sure you have your tokens out of any liquidity pools or smart contracts. Yeah.
So you can keep your Gala into your normal Ethereum account, right?
Yep. Yep. Just have to keep them, and then just have to interact with them until the snapshot. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. All right, so next question is from.
Cicely Snipes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, so it's the same question when stacks, so I think
Mhm.
we answered that question. So the next one is from Ghost Cat Joypad. Hey yo, will Ledger Live ever be able to sign messages? Oh no, sorry. Will your Ledger will ever be able to sign messages? There's a lot of Solana-based sites through Phantom that can't use the Ledger with. Interesting. I thought that was fixed, but I guess it's still not fixed. This message issue. Prince, do you have any visibility on this?
As far as like same thing, like last time we saw that it was supposed to be supported, but if it's not, then you can reach out to us, and we can check it with our backend team if
Mm-hmm.
there isn't any progress on this, because this has already been escalated. Yes, we were working on it, and I'm just confirming it if it's
I'm
supported
also
or not.
checking like what's the status of this.
Mm.
Because
Maybe I'll
this.
take the next question until then.
Yeah, go for it.
Next is Alan. He's replying to Nightmare. Next is Bivu. Reading about the problem customer have with Ledger make me think that buying one was a huge mistake. However, I bought one on 18th of April and I supposed to get a gift card worth $20 in Bitcoin, but that never happened. So don't worry, Bivu, if you have purchased the product during the promotional period, you still get your gift card. You don't worry. Just have to reach out to us, open a support case, and we'll just need your order reference number. And with that, we'll just check it on our backend, and then we'll send you the gift card by it's like a QR code by email, so you don't have to worry.
Okay. So I was trying to locate the signature bug, and it's no longer listed on the board here. So I guess either like you are using an old version of the firmware and the Solana app, and that's the reason why you're getting the error,
Mhm.
or there is the issue has popped back in, and then in this case, we'll need to escalate that to the engineers. So in any case, I think you could probably open a ticket. So get a hold of us via the help center, support.ledger.com. open a ticket and then share your case ID number in the chat so we can investigate. Yeah, and also try to update everything as well. That might help.
Yep. So next is Pankaj Kumar saying thank you. So welcome. Next is Robert. In the email, I included the address it was sent to and the transaction number. Yeah. So thank you, Robert. We'll investigate this for you. Next is Kepi. You want to take it, Dan?
Yeah, I can take it. So KP saying hi guys, hi KP. So I got scammed and lost all of my funds. So yeah, again, sorry to hear that, man. I reset my ledger with a new recovery phrase. Am I safe now? Yes, you're safe. So the new recovery phrase is, as long as you don't share that new recovery phrase, you're perfectly safe. That being said, make sure that you remove all the compromised accounts that might still be in that drive. Make sure you remove them completely so you don't accidentally send funds to those accounts, and then you can start fresh with new accounts secured by the new recovery phrase. If you need any security tips going forward, please ask your question in the chat so we can, me and Prince can help you as well. But yeah, you're safe.
Yep. Next is Crimson Cipriano. I'm having an issue with getting my FET off Coinbase to Ledger. How do you do that? So fetch is, I think, an ERC20 token. So to send it, you just have to send it to your Ledger Ethereum address. So you can create an Ethereum account in Ledger Live and then copy the receiving address, paste it in Coinbase, and send your FET tokens to your Ethereum address. Make sure to try a small test transaction, so you are successfully seeing the transaction completing and go funds transferring successfully to your account, and then you can send all your tokens at the next transaction.
And do you know, Prince, if FET is supporting Ledger in the sense that will the balance show in Ledger on Ethereum?
Oh, I think so. It should. Yes, because it's an old token and it's been supported a long time back. So I think it should. Yes.
Okay,
I
cool.
just check if there's any contract data changes. I'll just check it, because if there's a new contract data, then we might not see it.
Okay, perfect. I'll take the next question then.
Yep.
So next question is, yes, a Nightmare. Was an oversight on my part. Yeah, don't beat you up too hard, Nightmare. Like it's not, it's not your fault as well. Like scammers are, there's a lot of shitty people in crypto, unfortunately, and unfortunately, scammers are good at their job at stealing recovery phrases from people. So, just move forward. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna rebound. Let us know if you have any questions regarding security. We will help you. Go back to your firm footing, and so you can enjoy the rest of the crypto journey. Like, don't let that experience defeat you, and hit you too hard. That's our job to help you guys. Like, make sure that you're okay for the rest of the journey as well. Prince, you have an update on FET or?
Yep. Yeah, FET is supported in Ledger Live, so yeah, you can send it to your Ethereum account, and it will show under the Ethereum account.
Okay. Do you want to take the next question from Shamel?
Yep. Next, yeah, Shamal, when will HBAR be able to stake in Ledger Live? So yeah, we are working on it, but as we keep on saying from time to time, we are not able to give an ETA because a small bug might push the release back. So yeah, it's definitely being worked on. So hopefully before end of this year, we might be able to see it in Ledger Live. Yes.
Okay. Then we've got Steve Gill coming back on the EMA. So hi guys, hey Steve. I think Ledger should start a 12-step support group for all of us that have lost our money from scammers. I'll share fast, pretty sad. Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. There was some talks internally about starting something like this. So people have some sort of outlets to talk about their experiences and share security practices, but also just tell the story to there's just a cathartic. It's just a way to move on as well. There is nothing formalized. I guess those AMAs here are the closest thing to it, and maybe we'll have something more formal in the future. No promises, but in the meantime, feel free to come to those AMAs daily. We also, Pringe and I will also do a bi-monthly Twitter AMA on Fridays. So you can also come and discuss with us every other Friday. If you have a bad experience to share, then it's why not. Some people might also learn from those experiences, and you can help the community be more secure.
True that. Next is Kepi. By the way, please let the CTO know that someone is using a catfish account with his name, and I already tried to reach out to him, but he has not answered me yet. So yeah, Kepi. Every day we see like millions, like not well, like tens of twenties of accounts of our fake, fake ledger people, like our top management's fake accounts. So please do not interact with any account, guys. You see, the only two Twitter accounts that are official is one is at Ledger, and second is at Ledger_support. So if you see, and then there's a golden tick mark next to the official accounts, and then these are the only ones. We don't have any personal person from the company who's has a personal Twitter account and trying to help out the users. So please do not interact with these kind of accounts.
Yeah. The CEO of Ledger is not gonna provide support for you guys, like as much as he probably would do it, but he just doesn't have time to do it. So yeah, don't fall for those scam accounts. And
Mm.
the Ledger employees that do have Twitter accounts, the official Twitter accounts, all have a little badge. So that's how you can tell who's a legit employee. But you should be very suspicious of anyone claiming to be a Ledger employee on Twitter
Mm.
or any social media for that matter.
Yep. Any
Uh,
guy is asking for a DM is like a fake guy. It's not us because we
yeah,
never do DMs. It's not our policy to do a DM. So
never, never. Okay, next question is from. So there is a bit of a conversation going on about scamming. So I'm gonna skip that one. Although yeah, thanks for participating in that, guys. Alan, for example. But the next question is from Hexicando. Says he or she's a traveler and recently bought a Ledger plus a steel capsule. Soon I'm going to travel again, fly within the EU with both my Ledger and steel capsule in the hand luggage. Is that best practice? Um, I would say yes, unless. So the issue I have with that is that the steel capsule is made of steel. Obviously, if it triggers airport security, then you might get like in a situation where the agent might want to know what it is. If you get like a particularly nosy agent, they will want to open the steel capsule and look what's inside. So not necessarily the best idea to take your recovery phrase with you on a trip if you can avoid it. I would actually discourage it. I've done it in the past without any issues, but honestly, like I'm a little worried every single time. There might be, especially in countries that are notorious for being very, picking randomly people and just going through the bags and stuff like that. So if you can avoid it, just leave the steel capsule at home and don't bring it on the plane. But again, it depends.
yep. Okay. Oh, I just. Oh man, there's so many questions. Yeah. Next is Nora. In order to reset our ledger, we were advised to move our crypto to another temporary third-party wallet. We are having problems with our connected MyEther wallet. Will this account be affected too if reset? So yeah, Nora, any ledger account that you're trying to access via any third-party front end, for example, MyEther wallet, then if you reset your device, then if the device doesn't have the same 24-word seed phrase, then you will lose the access to that account. Uh, so don't worry if it's a ledger account. You can also use a different third-party wallet if you're not able to use connect it with MyEther wallet. You can use a Tahoe wallet, for example, or you can use My Crypto wallet or Trust wallet or Coinbase wallet, and then you can still move your funds in that way. And we also have help center articles for all these third-party apps and how to connect to these third-party apps. So you can check out our help center and follow the steps there.
Okay, and we had a question from Blue Tails Fishing Team as well. Hello, I've been having this issue that I cannot connect my MetaMask to my Ledger. Yeah, so we've got like a lot of reports recently of people not being able to connect Ledger to MetaMask. It might be an issue on our side. It might be an issue with the browser. It might be an issue with MetaMask. It might be all three of them combined. Not really sure. We're currently investigating those. Like, I'm not getting this issue, for example. I know some people on the team are getting the issue. Prince, I don't know if you're getting the issue.
Nope.
You're not getting the issue. But that being said, so if you're on Firefox, then try so look up this article on our help center that will give you some troubleshooting steps for connecting your ledger to MetaMask on Firefox. I'll link that in the chat in a second. If you're not on Firefox, like you're on Chrome, for example, like do consider like alternatives to MetaMask. So Tahoe is a very very good wallet that does everything that MetaMask does. Rabi as well is a good alternative. I'll drop everything in the chat so you can keep using.
I'm dropping it.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks a lot. So yeah, there is ways to still connect your Ledger device to Tahoe, whatever, and keep doing your transactions. But yeah, something is happening for sure. Oh, he said, oh, that's someone different. Prince, do you want to take the next question, or you still busy?
Y- Yep, now I pasted the next
Okay.
one is Marcus. I have an open case and the case number looking for support as soon as possible. Yep, so I think we'll pick up your case once we finish the live session. And then if you have a question, you can, of course, post it right now and then we can answer you live. But if you feel that's a complicated one, then we'll get back to you once we finish the session.
Yeah, and Marcus, just to manage expectations, so like this is the end of the day for us. So most likely don't expect an email from us like in 2 hours. Like we'll take a look at the tickets after the session, but we'll probably get back to you like tomorrow morning or like within the next couple of days. But typically we don't always have time to answer a ticket like right after the session. At least I don't know if Prinjo you do, but
No, I think so.
next is from Pinkash Kumar. Is it good to create multi-sig wallets by using two ledger accounts? Is it going to add extra layer of security? Yes, it is, of course, more secure. But the issue is that if you are just using two ledger accounts, so you will need the two ledger accounts. You'll need like the two ledger with their own recovery phrase, which means that if you lose one recovery phrase, you'll still have the same issue where you can't access the accounts because you'll need 2 out of 2 signatures. A better setup is something like 2 out of 3 signatures. So you'd have something like two ledger devices and maybe like one signature on your phone. You can use something like Casa, for example. That's really good, especially when it comes to Bitcoin accounts. I think Casa supports Bitcoin and Ethereum. Basically the system is like it's a multi-sig, 2 out of 3. So you can have two ledger devices with different recovery phrase as your two main signatures that you can control. Then the third signature can be something on your phone, or like it can even be something that Casa holds. And if you lose one of your device, then you can ask Casa to send you like sign the signature, the missing signature for you, and then you can recreate the same setup. You can migrate to a new 2 out of 3 setup where you control like all keys. So you've got different ways to do this, but just 2 out of 2, of course, more secure. If someone gets your recovery phrase, one recovery phrase, they won't have access to the accounts, so better than one recovery phrase. But still, like some weaknesses here, in the sense where if you lose one recovery phrase, then it's still iffy.
Yep. Next is Jojo. Is it possible at any cost Ledger has the private keys before the device is shipped? So no, that's not how it works. So whenever you get a device, if it was if you had the private key before, that means it has to be set up before it was shipped to you. So if that is the case, then you will already have a PIN code and you will already have a 24-word seed phrase with the device. So if you have that, then that's a pre-seeded device, and then you should never use these kind of device. Whenever you'll get a Ledger device, it will be with 3 blank recovery sheets, and when you will turn it on, you have to set up your PIN code, and then it will generate the 24-word seed phrase. Now these 24 words is the master private key of all your accounts, and when you keep adding account in Ledger Live, the private keys for different crypto assets are derived from this 24-word seed phrase. So yeah, it's not possible not possible any cost to have the private key before the device is shipped to you. And if that is the case, then please do not use that device. Reach out to us, and we'll send you a replacement in that case, because that could be a hack, like not like a tampered device, basically. So
Okay. Next question from Robert as well. I'm not confident in my Nano S after the theft. If I upgrade to another Nano, will my security phrase change and will that make it secure again? Yes, absolutely. I mean, you could potentially reset the Nano S, create new recovery phrase and new accounts, and that will be perfectly safe as well. Now, given that you had that bad experience with the Nano S, if you want to upgrade, that's perfectly fine. By the way, we do have a replacement program for people that want to upgrade from a Nano S to like a more modern device, like a Nano S Plus or Nano X. So if you want us to give you a discount code so you can upgrade to that, then no worries. Just mention it in your open ticket as well. We've got your ticket number, so maybe we can deal with that like privately. But yes, you will be safe as long as the recovery phrase is different. That means that of course the hacker doesn't have access to this set of recovery phrase, and so your accounts are completely safe.
yep. Next is Marcus. So you missed Marcus's question. So Marcus has the
Oh,
question:
sorry.
why would MetaMask linked with a Ledger wallet stop working, and does not approve any transactions? So yeah, Marcus, as we just talked about it a few minutes back, there's an issue that has recently popped up for some users where they are not able to connect their Ledger device to MetaMask and sometimes not able to sign the transactions. We are working with MetaMask team to investigate what's the root cause of the issue and trying to fix it as soon as possible. So in the meantime, you can use an alternative to MetaMask. So there are multiple wallets that you can use instead of MetaMask. For example, there's Tahoe, there is Ether wallet, there is Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, and many more. So I'm just going to drop the link to Tahoe, and you can connect your device to this wallet and manage your transactions.
Perfect. Next is a shout out from GG. Thanks for your answer, fam. Yeah, thank you, GG, for coming to those AMAs. We do those AMAs daily, by the way, guys. So, sometimes they are on CET time, a time that's convenient for us, but sometimes they will be hosted by the US team. So, for example, on Wednesday, that's US team. Friday also is hosted by the US team. So, it's on PST time, Pacific time. There is a Hub Center there is an article in the Hub Center with the schedule if you want to look it up. Next question is from Ted Conrad. Is it okay to update Ledger Live without being connected to the Ledger? Yes, perfectly okay. Ledger Live has nothing, is completely independent from your Ledger unless they are connected with each other. That being said, Ledger Live can be upgraded without the Ledger connected to it, so you're safe. Just make sure to download the upgrade, upgrade within the app via the orange banner that shows in the app, or on the website, ledger.com, and then you go to the app section and you download the app there. Don't go like download an app that's unsecure, and if you see an app that's asking you for a 24-word recovery phrase, that's a fake app and you should never do it.
Yes, that's true. Next is Philip. Can you incorporate 2FA of the computer used and or the phone used to access Ledger devices? Seems it should be looked at. So I think we do have something like that, right, Dan?
I think Fido might potentially be some sort
Fido.
of 2FA, yeah.
Yeah, so we are working on this something called like the U2 Fido U2F, and it was the version one was supported by the Ledger devices, but the new one it will take some time. So we are working towards it, and in future it will be like a 2FA for your computers and with your Ledger device, of course.
Okay. So we've got tons of questions left. I think we could probably do like a rapid fire round, I think,
Yep.
or like just a
Yep.
little faster. So the next question is from Lushley Axritva. Wankadina. No, it's here, I'm sorry. It's in the works, but yeah, we don't have any updates yet. Follow us on Twitter at ledger_support, and that's the best way to be posted.
Yep. Next is Andrew. Sorry guys, it wasn't the loss of funds, it was the loss of password manager app. All the passwords in the extension got reversed. I think it got erased. So that is strange, I think. Like firmware update shouldn't affect anything outside the Ledger device. Like either it will reset the device or the Ledger Live app, but it shouldn't be affecting the external extensions basically.
Mhm.
So, but we can ask our teams, but then yeah, we don't have any way to recover the passwords because we don't have access to those passwords. So yeah,
Mhm.
if you have a backup, I think there's a backup in password manager file, right? Like we can use it to restore the access, right?
Yeah, and I think, I mean, the password should be tied to the recovery phrase at some point. So this is weird. Maybe get a hold of us, and so we can investigate, because the engineers will want to take a look at this, because it's
Mhm.
quite a useful app. So
Next is Jojo. Ledger says we don't have your keywords. What if you secretly stored the 24 words? So we can't because the device generates the 24 words on the spot when you try to set it up. So we don't know what words the device is generating, and it's not only about the words, it's also about the order in which those words are generated.
mhm.
So yeah, that information is only with the device when it happens, and only with the user when he sets up the device, not with anyone else.
Exactly. There is no backdoor, guys. Like we don't want access to recovery phrase, right? And if we did,
Yep.
you would know by now. Ledger has been in business for what, close to 10 years now, and
Mhm.
millions of customers. Like I've been a Ledger user for a very long time. There is no backdoor. Like, but it's we don't have access to your private keys, but also it means that you need to keep your own private key safe. So that's the main issue. Next question is, so Marcus dropped their case number. So thank you, Marcus. We'll take a look at this. Oh, I have it written down actually. Next is XRP. Hi, hey, hi. And the next one is from Otaku Only Chan. How often should I plug my device to check for updates? That's an interesting question. I would say like once a month at least, I would say, just to update the firmware if there is a new firmware update. Update Ledger Live. Ledger Live, I would say like every week, like just because we release a new version of Ledger Live quite often. So every single week, if you can open Ledger Live, update Ledger Live if there's an update, and then plug your device into my Ledger, and then just check if there is a new firmware update and update the apps. Like the more you can update, the better, honestly.
Yep, true that. Next is KP. Thanks, guys. Welcome. Positive vibes. You missed my message. Positive. Can you drop the question at the end of the chat so we can like pick it up? Yeah. If you're still on the chat, then we can because we don't see your question on the top. So next is Jojo. I just opened my new Ledger Live Nano X 2 days ago. As I opened the device, it generated 24 words without connecting to Ledger Live. Does that mean the 24 words came stored in the device from France? No, that's the normal behavior, Jojo. That's how like you don't need to set up the device, connect your device to Ledger Live app when you have to set it up. You can first set up the device, and then you can connect your device to the Ledger Live app. But the secure part of the entire process is the 24-word seed phrase was generated offline inside the secure element chip of the device. So yeah, and it didn't come from France. So yeah, you can be rest assured.
I think positive vibes, because he was on an MA yesterday or last week, and I think like so he's saying that we went from Kepi to Kepi's question to Crimson was the middle of them. You need to make sure that you don't include any special character in your questions because the chat will not register those questions. Yeah,
Yes.
that can happen. We've had this issue before, so make sure like your questions are, lowercase, no special characters, no emojis, just straight question, no numbers if possible, just like, straight question. And if that still doesn't work, then you can drop the question in the comments after the AMA, so we know where to find you, and we'll answer your questions there. But the previous question you posted on a different video were answered, though. So but yeah, but feel free to ask a question in the chat one more time. Next was Get Rich Education.
No,
Hello.
it was Ghost Cat Joypad, I guess.
Oh, okay. So we answered Get Rich Education, the Matic question.
Yeah, sorry. I was way below. So sorry. My bad.
No worries, no worries.
The chat is moving so fast, man. That's
It
why.
is, it is. So Get Rich Education is asking, hello, can you help me restore the access and view to my Matic? I seem to have inadvertently deleted it from view. Keith. Okay, Keith, so if you still have the same device with the same recovery phrase, you haven't touched that, if the Matic account was, removed from Ledger Live, it's not an issue. Just reopen Ledger Live, connect your Ledger device, open the Matic app on the device, then click the Add Account button in Ledger Live, and the Matic account will appear. That's all you need to do.
Yep. Next is Mark. I have two Ledger Nano S. Can I use the password on both of them? So yes, Mark, you can use password on both of them. So if you're meaning the password manager, basically the Fido U2F, then yeah, you can use it on both of them to set up the passwords.
Okay.
Next is
Yeah, go ahead.
positive vibes. Yeah, it's just positive vibes. I was reading the same comment, so I think maybe his question got it was not posted correctly. Next is
I think we've got Ghost Cat, right? We haven't answered the question yet.
yeah, Ghost Cat. Yeah, does Ledger have plan to partner with more Web3 content creators? I myself am one, and I saw the awesome news with Bryson was now partnered with Ledger Web3 Gaming plus Ledger is perfect. Yeah, I think we are partnering with a lot of content creators. Maybe once you can reach out to our media team directly if you want. So the email ID is media@theledger.com, and they'll help you and put you into contact with the right people who are actually managing the connections. Yeah.
And if you want to reach out, I think the Ledger Market website might be a good place to start as well.
Yep. As well. True.
Yeah, so if you want to go into Ledger Live, Discover section, go to the Ledger Market app, and then there is a form somewhere in there where you can reach out to us. And if you want to do any collabs, then we'll be happy to have you on board as well. Next, we've got Hexicando that was asking about traveling with the recovery phrase, saying that he has no home, so he's a big traveler. Yeah, so in this case, yeah, you have no other option than getting your recovery phrase with you. I would still be careful, you know, just yeah, just keep it in your yeah, just keep it in your cabin luggage with you. But like there is always a risk. So maybe do a
Yeah.
little research on the countries you're going to and make sure like understand the customs practices and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, or maybe just like note it down on the recovery sheet that you have. And once you have reached the country, then you can set it up on the crypto steal,
mm,
and then you can
yeah,
keep it
good
that
point.
way.
Yeah, you can keep the recovery sheet on just the card and just put it in a book or something like that, and then keep that with your cabin luggage. That will
Mhm.
not trigger the security for sure.
Exactly. Next is Nat. I'm having trouble moving my WAX tokens from my wallet ending in .WAA. I used to be able to open my EOS app on Nano S and can approve the transaction, but now no messages. Can you help? So I think, yeah, we'll need to check what exactly is going on because EOS is very complicated blockchain, I would say. What do you think,
Mm.
Dan?
Oh yeah, I agree. I think we'll need like a ticket here.
Yep.
Um,
So yeah, on the bottom of this link, guys, you can see a link called support.ledger.com, and then you can just click on that link and you can go to our website. There's a contact us button on the bottom right, and just reach out to us and share your Ledger Live log files and addresses, and then we'll try to help you because this will be escalated to our dev team first, and then yeah, it will take some time to fix it.
okay, next question from Jarabin. When are you going to support ARB? So guessing that's Arbitrum. So if you're talking about the blockchain, the network, then it is in the work to be integrated in Ledger Live very soon. That being said, you can still connect your Ledger device to something like MetaMask or Tahoe and connect that to Arbitrum. If you're talking about the token, then you can store it on your ledger, but you won't be able to see it in Ledger Live, unfortunately.
Yep. Next is Nora. We have put 100% on Ledger, and it is disappointing to see it cannot be compromised. So it can be compromised. So again, we have never revealed or digitally stored our PIN or seed phrase. So but then yeah, again we need to investigate, Nora. So better would be you can reach out to our team, and we'll definitely investigate this with you. And yeah, users usually come out to us and they say that yeah, we have not shared a 24-word seed phrase, but usually that is the main reason the funds are usually compromised.
Yeah, yeah.
Next is HTS Masterclass. Hello, Ledger team. Next month, Gala will be updated from V1 to V2. Do I need to move all Gala tokens from Ledger to a trading platform? No, HTS, you don't have to do anything. Ledger Live is going to support the new V2 tokens. So all the V1 token holders will be airdropped this token to the Ethereum address. And if you have your tokens in liquidity pool or smart contracts, so just remove them and send it to your normal Ethereum address before the snapshot. That is going to happen on 15th of May. And after that, yeah, once the snapshot has been taken, you'll be airdrop the tokens in your Ethereum address, and Ledger Live is going to support the new address, so you can see the tokens in your normal Ethereum account.
All right. Next, we've got so Exicando and Ted and Abdul Khalifa as well, like in the chat, giving us some shout outs. So thank you guys for the kind words. Like we really love having you guys on those AMAs and keep coming and asking questions. This is the reason why we're doing this, and we know the learning curve is steep, but that's what we here to help you. And if you have any questions or any doubts, then please come to those AMAs, ask us the question directly before you do something that could be dangerous, like for example typing a recovery phrase into an app. So don't hesitate. We're here for you. Then Alan, it was asking Ledger, what's the best way to manage multiple ledgers using Ledger Live on Mac and iPhone? I would say you just connect them to Ledger Live, just the way you did for your first ledger. You can add as many ledger as you want to Ledger Live. Ledger Live doesn't care. It will just list all these different accounts from different ledger devices on the app. But just to keep things organized, like just make sure to label your accounts. You can change the name to each account, so it's clear for you like which device secures which account. So NanoX Bitcoin, for example, NanoS Ethereum, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, or you can create a separate user account on your computer, and then that way you can keep all your different devices on the different Ledger Lives on the different user accounts.
All right, rapid fire, I think.
Yep. Next is Ice Cold, or is it Dean Dean? Yeah, it's Dean Dean. This may have been answered, so your account could have get hacked by clicking a bad link or giving out a seed phrase or site. Yes, that's true. Your account can get like hacked by clicking on a bad link, which will redirect you to ask you for a 24-word seed phrase. And once you do it, yeah, your funds are at risk. And then other things are you can also get a phishing link, which you can get to open it again. But everything will lead to getting your 24-word seed phrase because that's the main target for them.
Yeah. The link
Next,
itself will
next
not
is
compromise your account. It's really like giving
yep,
your 24-word recovery phrase that will compromise your account.
yep. Next is Ice Cold. Hello, I am a new owner of Ledger Nano X. After depositing crypto on Ledger, my withdrawals are blocked and I can't withdraw for 2 days. Will I be able to use HBAR on Ledger Live without having to use third-party apps such as Hashback, as I find them very complicated? Thanks. Oh no, okay, it's not. There are two different people. It's just that they had the same icon, so I thought it's a continuation. So yeah. So Ice Cold, yeah, we'll need some more information, like what kind of crypto are you referring to, and so we can answer your question more accurately. So if you can drop it, it would be better for us.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, go for it.
next, next is Alan says you didn't answer my question, so I'm posting it again.
I think we just did, right? No? Unless he has. Oh, okay.
No, the Amazon one.
It's at the very bottom. So I've seen that you can resend your ledgers on Amazon. Is there a risk buying a ledger on Amazon since you couldn't receive a used one? No, it's not risky to buy a ledger on Amazon because they get their devices directly from us. But again, like you need to make sure that when buying a device in general, you need to make sure that it hasn't been set up. So typically, like if it comes with a card with a recovery phrase and a PIN code, that's a big red flag. A new device will just show you the welcome screen and ask you to create your PIN and give you a 24-word recovery phrase that is new. Anything else, that's a red flag, and then you should be very careful.
Yep. Now next is Liam. Will I be able to use my HBAR on Ledger Live without having to use third-party app? So yeah, Liam, you can actually use Ledger Live to manage your funds without a third party. But HBAR is a little different blockchain. So there's something called onboarding. That means creating a new account, and that is not possible directly in Ledger Live. Only a few wallets are selected by the HBAR community to for this onboarding feature, and that is right now it's with Hashback, my HBAR wallet, and then there's some wallet which starts with Y. So you have to first connect your Ledger device to these app, create that account with this third-party app, and then you can add that particular account in Ledger Live, and then you'll be able to use it without using any third party. So yeah, that is possible, but the onboarding we will need to go through a third party at the beginning.
All right, so guys, we are going up to the time here. But just to answer Josh, one CIP implementation for Cardano, so that's message signing. I don't know, but we can probably get the answer for you,
It's,
Josh.
we are working for it. We are working
We're
on it,
working on it.
and it should be yeah, we're working on it, and it should be supported soon. We already escalated to our devs. Yes.
Oh, perfect. Just wanted to go back to positive vibes as well. So he's complaining we don't answer the questions, but I don't see your questions in the chat. That's the issue. So positive vibes, like I can see all the your messages, but not a question. So if you want to ask, we can answer any questions, but you'll have to type it. Make sure to use like those lower cases, and we'll get back to you. Or like since we're finishing the AMA right now, just drop the question in the thread in the comments, and then someone will get back to you for sure. So I think we can leave it here. Pringe, unless you see
Yep.
any. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna. Agostino has a question about
yeah.
supported tokens, so I'm gonna drop the Help Center article that has the token address. It has a contract address as well, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, it has.
What was that?
Yeah, he wanted a supported token list for Ledger Live and with the contract
Ah,
address so they can use it to search for
yeah.
it. So
Well,
I'm gonna
it's on
drop
the
the
help
Help
center
Center
now.
article.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for attending the AMA. Again, like it's always a pleasure. We will be back on Monday for an AMA. So with me and Pringe. So I'll be back on Monday for the AMA. Me and Pringe on Thursday next week. That being said, there is another YouTube AMA tomorrow, but this one is a live onboarding hosted by the US team. And it's basically like going through the setup of a Ledger device and then sharing best practices. So it's perfect for beginners. If you know people that might be interested, then share the video. It's already scheduled on the live section of YouTube, so you can go and click the notify button to get a notification when we go live. And also there'll be a time after the onboarding, there'll be a time for you to ask any questions just like now. So if you need anything, just feel free to join that session. And if we don't see you there, then take care. Have a good weekend. Please do not get scammed. Okay, do not share your 24 recovery phrase. Prince, thank you so much.
True that. Thank you guys. See you next week. And yeah, please be safe.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.